Terracotta Warriors and Horses is a super large collection of life-size terracotta sculptures in battle formations. Being the most significant archaeological excavations of the 20th century and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Terracotta Army is no doubt a must-see for every visitor to Xi'an. Getting the yellow-brown clay. The principal constituent of Terracotta Army soldiers was yellow clay. All the Terracotta Army materials were locally sourced. The clay can be found around the side. It was screened and grounded to remove impurities, such as leaves, big stones, and rubbish. Step on the clay or roll it back and forth to make sure it's evenly moist. Pour the clay into the mold and gradually press the clay evenly into the mold and scrape out the leftover clay. Most of the terracotta warriors were made using the method of pottery firing. A clay mold was used to make the initial shape, and then a layer of fine mud was applied for processing, carving, and coloring. The firing temperature was even. The color was simple, and the hardness was very high. Step on the clay and roll it back and forth to make sure it's evenly moist. The figures were placed in the kiln upside down during firing. This was because the upper part of the figure was heavier than the lower part. It was more stable to put the figures in this way. Dry them at normal room temperature. This process usually takes 1 to 3 months. The clay figures need to be fired at a high temperature of 1,000 degrees for a whole week to become real terracotta warriors. The kiln used to fire the pottery figurines must have an inner diameter of at least 2 meters to accommodate the full-sized warriors. Firing all the warriors for about 2 weeks. The complete models were put in a kiln and calcined until they were hard. The model has small holes in some places, making sure flames could enter the model's body cavities. And the models were placed upside down when firing. Firing in a kiln after being air-dried. Firing all the warriors for about 2 weeks.